down, but anything can happen at the Talladega Super Speedway. 3 laps to go this time by in stage number 2. Parker Kligerman on the outside lane. He's got Carson Hocevar to his inside.
Parker had sole possession of the lead for a moment, but here comes Hocevar back to the bottom of the racetrack. Can't get there. Nick Sanchez shoves Kligerman to the lead, tries to dart out of line, but Kligerman through the block.
Here's Kligerman now with the race lead through turns 3 and 4. Sanchez backs away, slides down right behind him, and then Hocevar, by the time it all sorts out, Hocevar loses 2 positions. He winds up in 3rd.
Well, there is your definition of working in the draft. You heard Mike Bagley talk about Parker Kligerman with the drafting help by Nick Sanchez. Puts Parker back out front, then Nick, then Carson Hocevar.
Kligerman had a chance in turn 1 last time to slide down to the low line and seal off the rebound attempt by Hocevar. He didn't take it. Learned his lesson, though. The next time he got clear, Mike Bagley, he slammed it down into that low lane.
Indeed he did. That's where he rides right now. Front 4 broken away in single file formation. The driver that now leads the middle lane of the racetrack or the outside lane of traffic, that would be one Brett Holmes with Dean Thompson and company stacked up behind him.
Here's Holmes now. He works along to the outside of that big line of traffic that's moving forward.
Trouble further back in turn 3. Multi-trucks involved in the crash back there. Those trucks go spinning into the bottom of the racetrack. One of them is Stuart Friesen. He's got damage to his truck. David Gilliland is involved in the accident. Kurt, not sure if you can see too many other trucks down there in the smoke.
Jake Garcia took evasive moves. He had to dive to the apron. Chandler Smith was a driver that also had to quickly swing off the racing surface down to the apron of the racetrack. David Gilliland and Tyler Ankrum, whom you mentioned now, working their way at a reduced rate of speed off turn number 4 and limping their way toward pit road.
Stuart Friesen involved, David Gilliland, Tyler Ankrum under caution, lap 39. This will indeed wrap up the stage, but we'll have to wait for NASCAR to make the top 10 official before we can give it to you. All broke out going off the end of the back straightaway, climbing the banking up there in turn number 3. Tyler Ankrum is on pit road. Now David Gilliland bringing his truck to pit road. So Alex Parker Kligerman out front to wrap up stage number 2. Sanchez, Hocevar, Majeski, and Ben Rhodes being shown at the moment as your top 5.
And they'll just have to simply maintain pace truck speed back to the start-finish line. They'll be greeted there by Rich Keeter on top of the flag stand with the green and white checkered flag to signify the end of stage number 2. Multi-truck crash over there going off into the corner. Stuart Friesen's truck still sits down to the inside grass down there. Safety personnel are on the scene tending to Stuart Friesen right now. As Kurt was describing the action, I was just kind of looking towards the tail end of the field, and trucks begin to slide and scatter. Not sure what triggered all of that, Jeff, but saw a lot of trucks and some hard hits out there as they began to crash down towards the bottom of the banking.
Well, the one thing that we do know is David Gilliland was running